How's it going, everybody? Combo here. Today we got 5 awesome weapon synergies that I think you should be taking advantage of as of Season 4 here in the finals. All of these are immediately applicable, meaning you could run into game right now and use them, which is really cool. And also, at the end of the day, it's something different, right? It's a way to mix up your playstyle. If you don't like them, don't use them, but you might just find that they're pretty useful and very much fit how you like to use these weapons. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Starting things out at number 1, we have the classic CL40 Mine combo. Now on the medium build, you have access to 2 mines, one being the explosive mine, the other being the gas mine. Personally, I like to use the gas mines because you get 2. The explosive mine is nice, but because they changed how it activates, you don't do as much damage as you used to. The way this combo works is pretty simple. All you're going to do is throw the mine, swap back to your CL40, and then shoot it. So it's going to look a little something like this. Boom! As you can see right there, you get a little double explosion. As I said with the explosive mine, even though I did a direct impact right there, the damage is pretty negligible. However, with the gas mine though, this changes immediately. So you'll chuck it, shoot it. As you can see, now you have a gas cloud. If you want to run both mines, you can definitely do that. As you can see, the cooldown on that explosive mine is pretty short, and it's really good. You can definitely get into a habit of chaining these. The more you practice, the more effective it's going to get. And at least for my money, this is one of my favorite things to do in the game. It's very effective, and if you like to get multi-kills, this is definitely the way to do it. Next up at number 2, we have the tracking knives. This is one of my favorite combos in the game, mostly because I love me some throwing knives, also because this goes under the radar, and it's like super strong. So as we know, right, the tracking dart, you shoot it, you know, hit scan, zooms you in, and it does 5 damage. However, with the throwing knives, there's a few situations where you hit targets and they have just barely any health. So as you can see right here, 4 hits with the throwing knives, this medium has like no health. Same thing if I hit a light in the body with a heavy attack, he has like no health. Well, the tracking dart can actually help us with that. So if I just land 2 shots with the tracking dart, as you can see right here, that two rounds of throws actually kills now, whereas before, as we said, they had a little bit of health. Same thing with the light here. If I shoot 2 shots into this light and then pull out that heavy attack, he's actually dead. And what's so strong about this, right? Especially with a weapon like the throwing knives that has travel time, being able to see targets turn around corners and have the advantage and be able to reduce your time to kill by a significant margin is so strong. Especially on that light, as I said here, you shoot him twice, I can see him through the wall, charge this heavy attack, pop up, boom. He's dead. There's nothing he can do. As I said, very powerful combo. I highly recommend you give it a try, because at the end of the day, the tracking dart gets like no love, and I think it's definitely strong, and this right here just proves that that's kind of the case sometimes. Next up at number 3, we have the double flame combo. For all my heavies out here who just like to go into rooms and wipe teams, and just do a ton of damage in general, this is the combo for you. If you think heavies don't do enough damage or they aren't as strong as they used to be, this right here will put the power back in your hands. So this is pretty similar to the CL40 Mine combo. Of course, this time we're going to be using pyro mines, hence the name Double Flame. However, the difference here, this is more suited for those close range engagements, as the flamethrower doesn't shoot very far, and the timing is a lot more strict. AKA, as soon as you throw that pyro mine, you better make sure you're swapping back, because you might miss it and you might not do that damage. But I digress. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy, but initially you might have some trouble. All you're going to do, you're going to take your pyro mine, equip it, you're going to throw it at that target. Ideally, you want to blow it up in the air so you can hit that target more effectively. But once again, I'll show you what that looks like. So what you're going to do, you're going to throw the pyro mine, switch over to your flamethrower, and if you do it right, it should look like this. As you can see, I'm hitting that target. Oh my god, the damage over time is nasty. We'll do the same thing again. Another thing this is very useful for, if you want to win your 1v1 flamethrower duels, this right here is the cheat code. You will literally never lose. So same thing here with this heavy. I pull it out, I start dealing damage, and as you can see, he gets absolutely shredded. And that only took 9 ammo out of my flamethrower. Because the pyro mines also have a pretty quick cooldown, you can do this pretty frequently. And as you can see here, against mediums and especially lights, the damage on this is nuts, so I highly recommend this if you're using the flamethrower. Next up at number 4, we have the Riot Zipline. This one is so funny, mostly because the Riot Shield is just hilarious in general, but this one actually alleviates one of the weaknesses that the riot shield has, that being getting up in people's faces. So it's pretty simple. I'm not gonna draw this one out too much, but if I want to go to this heavy target, of course, if I'm really good at strafing, I can put the shield to my side and block bullets that way, do some movement patterns like this, maybe block some shots, but by the time I get there, I'm probably gonna take some damage, especially if he has charge and slam, right? There's a lot that can go wrong. However, if I have a zipline and I place this above him, like you can see right here, if I hop on this, I can actually hold down the shield and get in his face to start dealing some damage. What's really nice about this too, for my people who know what bunny hopping is, you can actually bunny hop with the riot shield while you're holding that block to even maintain your speed. So once again, we get that speed boost and we start jumping. As you can see, I'm bunny hopping and maintaining that momentum. Of course, this works with every zipline on the map, but having the ability to actually place it yourself, as you can see right here, is very powerful. You can also jump off to be elusive and juke people out, maintain that speed, get in a target's face, and deal some damage. I myself am no riot shield professional by any means, but I will say in my experience this combo has made riot shielding a whole lot easier, so I highly recommend you give it a try. And finally, at number 5, we have the cube slide with the spear. I believe I was actually the first person to figure this out, which is kind of neat. When the spear first came out, I was super excited. Of course, right now it's not quite as strong as I'd like it to be, but regardless, this is a combo you can use to make the spear just a little bit better. So this one, initially finding a place to use it might be a little difficult, so I recommend doing this in buildings or enclosed areas because you're going to cover the most ground and people won't be able to get away as easily. AKA, just don't do this out in the open. So the way this works, right? We're going to throw down the anti-gravity cube. We're then going to slide into that field and use the heavy attack on the spear, and it's going to give us a crazy speed boost. So I'll show you what it looks like normally, right? You jump in. As you can see, I'm moving really slow. That's one of the weaknesses of the spear, right? You can't get in people's faces. When you use that heavy attack, you move slow. But if I put down the cube and slide into it, as you can see here, if I want to get to this dude's face, bam, I am right on him, and I can use that spear to deal some damage. Same thing here, I'll slide in, and as you can see here, I can just about reach those light targets. So what this is really good for, once again, it's not going to make the spear OP by any means, but it is going to make getting in with that heavy attack much more consistent. As you can see right there, I was able to kill that medium target. Before, I might have been lucky to touch him with the last part of the heavy. And as a bonus, I'll throw this in too. If you want to do the flash spin, this is another one that I showed off in my video. You can also do this. So you put in a flash bang, face backwards with the spear. As you can see right there, it blinds the target. You don't get blinded because you're facing the other direction. But yeah, let me know which one you like more in the comments, and if you're going to give those a try. Anyways, everyone, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below. I plan to potentially make more of these videos in the future, so thank you so much for the suggestion by my channel member. As you can see here, you are literally the best, and, you know, once again, for those who, you know, are interested and really support the channel, you know, it would be really cool if you did join. You know, I keep it to $1. I think that's the minimum you can do on YouTube. I don't typically like promoting stuff like that, but if you do want to get your messages seen and potentially get videos made that you want to see like really bad, you know, that's how you do it. And also it supports the channel a lot. Once again, I very much pride myself in the fact that my content is free, but at the end of the day, if you do want to throw cash my way and get your word out there and maybe, you know, highly encourage something, that's the way to do it. Anyways, guys, I don't like talking about that stuff. You know, it's weird. I feel like I'm like begging for money, which is super lame. But anyways, this has been Combo. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Let me know what your weapon combos are in the comment section down below. And yeah, peace out, everybody. Later.